Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons, but you'll see variations to that and I will explain as I go. Tonight is Monday night and I did not have dinner planned tonight. I have a bad habit of getting to Saturday, Sunday, having meals all planned, and then forgetting to plan the next week's meals, forgetting to pull out meat, you know, like all that kind of stuff. So, and then at like 4 o'clock this afternoon, me and all 4 of my youngest kiddos may have went and gone sledding at a neighbor's house and had a big old snowball fight, and I'm going to be sore tomorrow. So yeah, I got home and I was like, oh, crud, I still don't know what I'm making for dinner. So this is not a family favorite meal. For whatever reason, my kids are not big spaghetti fans. I don't know why, because they will eat other Italian dishes just fine, but this one, not so much. So I don't actually make this one very often, but everybody knows spaghetti is a great, quick and easy meal. So when we got back from sledding, I put a spaghetti squash in the oven. This time I did not shatter a pan, if you were around last week. I did it on a cookie sheet this time, so I didn't have to worry about that. And it worked out great. Spaghetti squash is a great low-carb pasta option. I actually prefer it over noodles because I like the flavor, I like the texture, all of it. So you just bake it and see it makes like noodly texture to it. Everybody else is having angel hair pasta from the food pantry. We've got a jar of pasta sauce that I think was from the food pantry as well. And I do have it separate from the meat because I don't like a lot of meat in my pasta, but my husband does. So it's one of those where this way we kind of can make it tailored to each individual person. So this is a pound of ground deer meat, 2 small onions, and some peppers that I just chopped up that were frozen sliced peppers from our garden. Usually I use them for fajitas, which is why I just leave them all sliced instead of diced. So I just pulled some out of the freezer, thawed them enough that I could chop them up, and then added them to it. And then today we had food pantry, and you will have seen that already. We got 4 loaves, like little mini French bread loaves, cheesy French bread loaves. From there, I used 3 of them to make baked sandwiches for lunch, and so I just had this one left. So I just threw some garlic powder and some cheese on it and stuck it in the oven long enough for it to melt. It's not really even all that crispy. It's fine. So yeah, I had also intended on doing a salad or something else with this, but it didn't get done, so it's fine. There's vegetable, right? And I'm having lots of vegetables, so yeah, that is a nice, quick, and easy Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and we went into the grocery store today. I did film that, and you guys will have seen that already if you want to watch it. If I had known last night what I was making for dinner tonight, I would have just doubled the meat that I made last night, but I did not. So, we are having Big Mac salads tonight. It is essentially everything that you would have on a Big Mac, but in a salad instead. And this is, the kids all like this one. So you have lettuce, and then, so, ready? 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles. I don't do onions, I do tomatoes. And then we're going to do some French fried onions as the bun. So it is lettuce with just ground meat on top. This is a pound of ground deer meat and a pound of ground turkey combined. I am not a big fan of deer meat straight. It's a little too gamey for me. So when I cook it, I do half turkey, half deer, and that kind of evens it out a little bit. Then on top of that, we'll do the diced tomatoes, diced or minced dill pickles, some shredded cheddar cheese, the French fried onions, and then the sauce. I will post this recipe in the show notes because it's really good. I always double it because we're going to eat it. So you could totally do minced onion on this and do that. This is a very good low carb option if you use sugar-free or reduced sugar ketchup in the sauce, and then just like standard mayo, that kind of thing. So it makes for a really good low-carb option as well. So that is Tuesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and we are having chicken burgers, I guess is what we're going to call it. We haven't gotten several of these packets of chicken breasts from the food pantry, and I just took that and combined it with my chicken, like made my chicken nugget recipe and made them into patties instead. So we've got some Kaiser rolls that the kids are going to have, sandwiches. I've got lettuce, dill pickles, what else do I have? Like mustard, mayo, ketchup. It's going to be whatever they want on them. So it's kind of like how we serve burgers, but it's just chicken patties. So I was kind of going for like a knockoff like chicken sandwich, like Chick-fil-A or fast food chicken sandwich was what I was kind of going for. I will probably do mine on a lettuce bun because that sounds good. With that, I pulled out two cup packages, so 4 cups in total, of shredded zucchini from our garden this summer. And I'm making zucchini fritters. Ouch, that was hot. Probably shouldn't try to do this while filming. It is the shredded zucchini, and I didn't get mine dry enough. That's a big key, is get it really good and dry. Shredded zucchini, and then add, I added 1 egg. And then to keep them low carb, I do Parmesan cheese and almond flour as the binder and the like absorbing the liquid. If you don't have to do low carb, flour works great. It works even better than almond flour or Parmesan cheese. And then I did a small handful of shredded cheddar cheese and then just some seasoned salt. Really quick and easy. And fried those in, I fried them in lard. I fried them in lard because we got that lard from the food pantry a couple weeks ago, and that sounded amazing to me. Lard is not bad for you. I'm going to say it. Lard is not bad for you. Stay away from seed oils. Research it. With that, I was trying to come up with some other fairly quick and easy side. I made 13 dozen muffins today, so I'm tired. I know, obscene amount of muffins, but my kids eat them for breakfast and snacks, so I just leave them in the freezer and they slowly eat on them. So this is a quart of homegrown, home-canned potatoes. And so I drained those, put them in the air fryer, 400 for like 15 minutes. It doesn't take long because they're already cooked. They just need crisped up. So they're kind of like a French fry. And my kids will eat them like that with ketchup on them. So this made for a fairly quick and easy dinner. That is Wednesday night. I have thought it was Thursday all day today. I don't know why. Even like one of my kids was also like, isn't it Thursday? I'm like, no, it's not. It's Wednesday. So that's Wednesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and tonight we are having a family favorite of Chinese food. We're going to use that word loosely because this is obviously very Americanized Chinese. So we have in the bowl, we'll go some ramen-ish noodles. And then on top of that is broccoli. And then I shredded up those big, huge, giant carrots that we got from the food pantry and packaged them in enough for me to make the one, they're called Morning Glory muffins, in packages of that size to freeze. And I had some left. So I went ahead and added the shredded carrots to this as it boiled. And it worked great. Just getting those used. And then on top of that, we will do, this is chicken breasts chunked up. And then I dredged it in egg and then a mixture of half almond flour and half coconut flour. I'm meh on this. This is the first time I tried it using especially the coconut flour. Usually I would do something like pork rinds, almond flour, Parmesan cheese, something along those lines. These did not get crispy at all. Flavor-wise, they're just bland. Like, there's not a whole lot of flavor, which I realized partway through that I didn't salt it either. Oops. But I was kind of hoping that they would get a little crispy, and they didn't, so I don't know that I'll try that one again. you know, not a fail, but not a success either. So I have this batch finishing up, and I'm going to put those in there just so that it all stays nice and warm. To make this have the Asian Chinese flavor, we will use the sweet and sour and the bang bang sauce from Aldi. And we'll just pour this directly onto each serving. The kids all like the sweet and sour. I like the bang bang. If you are eating low carb, the bang bang has 1 tablespoon is 3 carbs. I never do more than 2 tablespoons because this stuff is pretty darn potent, like spicy wise. The sweet and sour is 1 tablespoon, has 6 carbs, so it's not as low carb friendly. You could probably still squeeze it into your macros depending on what yours are. I cannot. So yeah, we'll do that. And like I said, that kind of gives it the Asian-ish flair to it. So, all right, that is a delicious Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that is store-bought, sometimes it's homemade. It is pretty much never takeout because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered to us. And I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas for way cheaper anyway, so we just don't do it. So tonight I had the 4 naan breads from the food pantry earlier this week, I think is when they were from. I put them in the freezer. And I was going for a quick and easy one. So I opted on those rather than making pizza dough or something like that. So we have 1 pepperoni, 1 bacon and cheese, 1 barbecue chicken, and 1 just plain cheese. And then the kids will be having this with side salads and grapes from the grocery store earlier this week. And I also had a couple of the Kaiser rolls left, so I went ahead and threw those in so that we have plenty for leftovers for tomorrow lunch. For me, I took 2 chicken thighs, frozen ones from Aldi, and put them in the air fryer and cooked them until they were done. And then I kind of like cut them in, like butterflied them so that they were more spread out. Topped it with a little bit of pasta sauce, some shredded cheese, and pepperoni, and I just pop that in the oven so that the cheese and everything gets all melty and good. I call that pizza chicken. Very original name, right? And I will have a side salad with mine as well. Tonight is also the one night a week that we do desserts. We do pizza for dinner, we watch a movie, and we do a dessert. So I still have 2 different kinds of cheesecake. There's the lava cakes. We have some cupcakes left from a birthday a while back. Yeah, so what I usually end up doing is just pulling out whatever dessert items that I have and let the kids pick and choose. Sometimes I will make like a full-blown dessert, but a lot of times they prefer I just pull out whatever, because then they get to pick. You know, this one wants chocolate and this one wants ice cream and this one wants whatever. So that works for me. Yeah, if I have dessert, I will probably just end up doing either some yogurt with chocolate chips in it or some dark chocolate from Aldi. So that is Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and this is not the meal that I had planned. I had planned on making the rack of lamb today, and I thawed it out and cut it open in preparation to make it, and it smelled off. Just, like, wasn't crazy off, but off enough that I was not going to risk feeding it to my family. So, that was a bummer, just because we were all kind of excited about getting to try that. But not risking my kids getting sick over a free piece of meat, you know. So, I had an hour until I needed to serve dinner, and I did not know what I was making. I had no meat thawed, anything like that. So in comes my backup meal. I always have smoked sausage thawed out and ready in the refrigerator. Because with smoked sausage, I can make a whole lot of different meals. Sausage, cabbage, and potatoes. I could do sausage like fajitas. I could do... anybody else see it? There's a Brussels sprout that rolled away. I could do, yeah, I can do a whole lot of things with smoked sausage. And because it has such a long shelf life in the refrigerator that it doesn't have to be refrigerated, or that it doesn't have to be frozen or anything like that, I just keep some on hand all the time. So that's what I did, is I did sausage sheet pan meal, which is one that everybody in our household likes. It is a great one on using up whatever you have available as well. So I did, there's a zucchini, some frozen Brussels sprouts, several small onions, some frozen sliced peppers from our garden this summer, some broccoli, some cauliflower, some cabbage, some sweet potatoes, and some regular potatoes. And I put all of those, I actually did 2 sheet pans. This is the 2 combined because it was a lot. I was trying to make sure that I had plenty because I love this meal. Then I put on minced garlic, some parsley, some thyme, some oregano. It's whatever like seasonings you like. Even just seasoned salt would be good on this. If you have like a seasoning blend from like the table blend or their garlic and herb one from Aldi. I don't think I have any of that right now. Anything like that. Toss it on there. Bake this at 375 for about 1 hour. It can go less than that depending on what vegetables you have. It could take a little bit more than that depending on how big you cut things. The sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, and if you do carrots are always the things that take the longest. I have used canned vegetables. I've used frozen. I've used fresh. I've used like frozen peas, frozen corn, literally whatever you have on hand. Throw it on here and it all tastes great. To serve this, you can do over rice is really good, over egg noodles. You can do, if you're trying to keep it low carb, do zoodles or a low carb noodle or cauli rice. Sprinkle it with cheese. I like mine with some sauerkraut mixed into it. We're going to do tonight some rolls that I had in the freezer that I just warmed up, and the kids are going to have those with some butter, probably butter and honey on them. This is so simple, and it's a good one. Like, I cut everything up and threw it on the cookie sheets, and then like every 20 minutes or so, I would come in and stir it. The rest of the time I was folding laundry and starting another crochet project, and yeah, just like one thing after the other. So it's a great one for a hands-off kind of meal. And it's a nice one on, you know, a night when you realize that your meat's not any good. So, all right, so that is our week of meals. If you are new here, that's it. On Sunday, I don't cook. I take the day off. I don't cook, clean, do laundry, do dishes, anything like that. We try to honor the Sabbath day by resting and enjoying the day. And we all need it. It is so refreshing and so... I know that that's why God made it. So tomorrow when we get home from church, I will pull out whatever leftovers there are. And I let the kids pick and choose, and we make plates, warm them up in the microwave, and everybody just eats. It's a great way of getting leftovers used. Tomorrow for dinner, I pull out charcuterie board things. So dried fruits, cured meats, cheese, pickles, chocolate, crackers, anything like that that you would normally put on a charcuterie board. I pull all of that stuff out in the containers on the counter. And once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And on that meal, I even bust out paper plates because it's Mom's day off. So once again, a great way of having a no-cook day and getting leftovers used and all of that. So that is it. I will try to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. If you guys have any questions about anything that I have made, want more instructions on it, please feel free to ask and I will do my best. I am definitely not a by the recipe kind of cook. I grew up old country, you know, meat and potatoes kind of cooking. So with various things through life, like having all of my babies that had to be dairy-free for a while, some to a very extreme of, like, I joked I couldn't even sniff dairy. I've had to do low carb. We've had stomach issues in the past where we had to cut out certain things. So I have learned, my cooking skills have very much developed over the years. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching this. I wish you could all come to my table and have dinner with me. Although tonight it's late. It's late. So, and it's rainy. So you might not want to come over tonight. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.